Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to Desert Sky Mystic. Today we're going to be doing our chakra energy reading for Taurus. Now, these are, I'm reading in the month of August 2022, but these are really timeless readings. So if you have found yourself here watching this video, enjoy. You're meant to be here. I hope that this delivers meaningful messages that help. So the way this kind of works here, the layout on this is that I use the placements of the seven chakras, for lack of better words, to place the cards and look at what we have going on for you at this point in time in your life. So I think everything's set up. Let's go on and get the overhead cam switched over and see what we have in store for you. All right, the root chakra, basic survival, our sacral chakra, emotion, sexuality. Solar plexus deals with our personal power, self-confidence, application of personal power. Our heart chakra, relationships. We have our throat chakra, the way we are giving and receiving communications. Our third eye, which with this reading, we're going to be looking at the way that you are currently looking at the world around you, what prism we're looking through, what energy we are using to kind of look at the world and how that shades it. And then our crown chakra, which is the way that the world is currently viewing you at this point in time. All right, so let's jump right in here. In the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is really about choices. And actually, I think this is kind of a little bit of an instability card for you that, you're trying to make some choices within your life. And I think things that affect your basic way of living, where you live, kind of where you work, how you bring money to the table, those things that really are kind of the roof over the head, food on the table type of stuff. And the thing is that with these choices here, one of the things to watch out for is that we don't get stuck in this perpetual state of trying to choose and trying to figure out what the best choice is, what the worst choice is, overanalyze all the possible scenarios. Take a look at it, think on it, meditate on it, and really look within yourself to figure this out. And at the end of the day, whatever choice you end up making is going to be the right choice. It's the path you're supposed to be going on. That's how the universe works for us. It holds lessons, and whatever we do at any given point in time, that's where we're supposed to be at that point in time. So let's take a look at the clarification card and see what else we can add to this. Yeah, I think once you do kind of look within yourself and once you settle in on something, you're going to be all in on that. I think that it's going to be a new way of doing something, and it's going to give you a very empowering type feeling and confidence about just, again, the way that your life is right now. I do think you're going to come from this kind of an insecure spot or an unstable spot to something to where you are feeling strong, you are feeling confident, and again, you see the rebel here. The rebel is full steam ahead here and very authoritative, and they take command of the situation. And once you make that decision, I really feel like you're going to be going into that energy. Another thing the rebel is doing here is breaking the chain. So I think this is going to be kind of a new approach for you, and it's going to be a breakthrough of some sort, and you're going to shake off whatever these binds are or whatever has kind of got you in this weird spot of instability and trying to figure things out. When you do that, you're just like, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. It's not working for me. And you move forward like a boss. The second component of this is the completion card. So I think this really reinforces the new approach, the new charge, the new confidence that's going to be moving ahead. And I think that you're going to put yourself in a really good position in terms of the way you feel about the base necessities of life and your foundation that you're standing on, because the completion card is really about ending one cycle and starting another cycle. And you see a person placing that final piece of the puzzle in. And what do we do when we finish one puzzle? Well, we grab another puzzle and get at it. So that's really where this is at for you at this point in time. All right, let's see what the next chakra has for us. This is our emotional state, sexuality. Now we got the Queen of Wands here, and emotionally, I think that you are feeling very confident. You're feeling very kind of secure. You know, I think this does have to tie in with you are kind of at an impasse over here with this Seven of Cups in terms of making sure you're making the right decision. But at the end of the day, when you make that decision, you're going to feel very strongly about it, and emotionally, I think you're very confident right now as well. So I think that this is, or I would imagine the Seven Cups is more of an intellectual type endeavor as opposed to, because the Queen of Hearts, I don't, basically what I'm saying is I don't think that your indecision or what you're trying to do here is really messing with you a whole bunch on the emotional level. That Queen of Wands there has really got you in a good spot emotionally, and you have control over your emotions at this given point in time. Let's see what the clarification cards have to kind of add to that. See where we're at. Yeah, so very interesting. We have the suppression card, and when I pop this down, the kind of thing that I got out of the energy I was picking up on, the feeling I got out of it, is that you have not always been there. Is that this is a very good thing for you. You're feeling really good right now because you really are coming out of an energy of things coming in on you. You're not so sure, you know, you feel like you're kind of stuck in this position. The walls are cracking around you. But as you move forward, as you're working that out, it all just kind of snapped together here. We have the totality card and, you know, basically three trapeze artists. And I'm not sure if you can quite see it, but right around this white dot, those hands are about to connect, which is really about timing everything coming together the way that it should be, you know, the perfect moment. And I think that whatever this was, as you were processing this, as you were feeling this through, there was a realization, something snapped and everything just came together. And from that point forward, you know, you were feeling really just confident and really on the up about where things were at and where they were going. And, you know, perhaps some of this has to do with some of this indecision here as well. But again, I think that the emotional side of this is kind of past, and you're in a really good place in terms of that. I think, again, once again, I think this is more of an intellectual and making sure that you're crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's, and making sure that you're just making the right decision in terms of what move you need to make next to put yourself in the spot you want to be at. But emotionally, you feel good about where you're at and the decisions you have in front of you. All right, let's take a look at that solar plexus. We'll be dealing with our kind of confidence and our personal power. Yeah, very nice. So I think that you know, the way that I read this here, it's really about release, and you are getting back to where you were, and you're releasing some of this junk that's kind of got you in this place where whatever that junk was, you're releasing that to the universe, and you're saying, okay, listen, I'm going to trust the universe. I'm going to put one foot in front of another here, and I'm going to let things play out the way they're supposed to play out. And you're really just releasing that energy, which in turn is really giving you, you know, bringing back that self-confidence that you have where it was kind of shaken from whatever has led to this point here. So I think at this point in time, that that's really happening well for you. Let's check out our other cards. There it is again. Yeah, there's that rebel card again. Again, bossing up. You're taking command. You're taking charge. You're breaking free of those chains. It's a very powerful energy. You know, the thing I like about the rebel card is its counterpart, the Emperor. You know, is is about authority and rules and putting things into place, not as much as a Hierophant is, but really has responsibilities and that has things under control. And that's the same thing with the Rebel, with the exception is that it's more of like a solo deal. It's like, I'm taking charge of this. I don't care what the past rules and protocols and things along those lines were. I'm going to break out of those chains. I'm going to do things my way because that's the only way that I know I'm going to be successful. So, as you're releasing that, I think that you've really kind of taken command of this situation. I also get the sense here that perhaps it has involved some friends or support from friends or family, because we have the participation card there as well. And and that's often the case, I mean, perhaps you were relying on them as you're kind of in this weird spot, asking for their advice and their opinions, and you were taking what they had to offer to heart, and combining that with your own take on things and looking inward, and coming out of that, this new direction that you're taking, you feel very, very strongly with, you're very confident in each step that you take is giving you a lot more confidence. You're moving a lot closer to where you need to get back to in terms of your confidence level and your personal power. Okay, heart chakra, your relationships. What are we doing in relationships right now? On this one, I'm reading this as really you've been very intuitive about the people that you've been choosing to be around. And I think that's actually helped you out quite a bit in terms of that last, set of cards under here for the solar plexus. I think that you have recognized that there are going to be some people that you should be around, and if there's other people that you shouldn't be around, and you're really trusting your intuition at this point in time, in terms of the people that you are around. I think you've chosen wisely as well. They're leading you in a good spot. And I think the combination of that support along, again, once again, with you taking that kind of internal look and really feeling this out and trusting your own gut, your own instinct, your own intuition, is really moving you back to where you need to be a lot quicker than you would have otherwise if you weren't kind of taking this very integrated approach to whatever situation you're working out of here. Let's see here. Yep. So you have been stuck. We have the isolation card here. You have been kind of stuck in whatever this emotion, whatever the thing that you're dealing with, and you're just trying to figure it out. It was almost like you're stopped in time almost, while you're just letting your mind mentally process this. You didn't feel like you're moving forward or slipping back. You were stuck, and you're really trying to figure out a way to break free of that. And I think that's where the friends came in. That's where the support came in. The people that you chose to be around. I think that really got you moving, got things to start thawing out, and got you moving in a forward direction. And I think it was successful. You are changing, you're evolving here. We got the new vision card. And if you can see down here at the bottom, you got this person's on his hands and knees. And as you move through this evolution, this person is transforming into, a very confident, spiritual being on the card, but really is talking about an evolution and making a change, going from a point where it's a really kind of tough spot where you're on your hands and knees to where you're just kind of freed up, this ice is thawed, everything breaks free, and then you're just, then you're really back into the flow and the moment, connecting with your intuition there. So again, still think this is wrapped around, well, we're in our relationship kind of deal. So I think relationship wise, who you have chosen to be around, and who you have chosen to listen to in terms of your support circle has been extremely important for you as in terms of your journey of working out of this, the bind that you've been working out of, or whatever this decision, whatever this energy, you were kind of just stuck in that funk you were in. You've been talking a lot too about, your dreams and where you want to be, and, really expressing in a very kind of healthy way the ideas of, regardless of where you actually were at, regardless of how realistic they were. I mean, you've been very open about saying, hey, this is where I really want to take my life. This is what I really want to see. And even if those people out there that did say, no, that makes no sense, that's not possible, it didn't really matter to you. You were taking that in a very kind of healthy way. You didn't get offended, you didn't get bent out of shape, and you had no problem, again, at least with the circle that you had surrounded yourself with, of expressing where you wanted to be at, to find that support to move forward, and to get that feedback and to see the best way to approach this. So again, I think the communication side of your life right now is in a very healthy spot. Yeah, and once again, I think that really derives where you're kind of at. And that was your first step that you had to take in terms of communication, because you were in this kind of, like, again, we obviously you're in this kind of space of, this card always makes me just say meh. It's not like ride out agony and depression and overall anxiety. It's just almost like a numbness, this dullness, this complacency. And you're really, again, I think this ties in, remember the isolation card we just looked at, tied in just kind of being stuck in this feeling and not knowing where to go and kind of seeing where you want. And then I think, again, this ability to start communicating that to the people, sharing that, which we have the sharing card here, with the people that were around you, your support system, people's opinions and advice that you can trust, really started to open that up for you. As you can see here, these colors, getting out of this gray world and stepping to the other side where things are brighter, where you are on your better path, where you want to be, is starting to bleed through here. And that really started from starting to open up and share that stuff with your friends and look for opinions and advice and break free out of that holding pattern that you were in. And so the third eye here, we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is charity and giving and sharing, and it's really kind of tying in a little bit with the communication side as well, because I think, once again, this is just reinforcing the idea that your first steps were sharing where you wanted to be and really trusting those people around you. I mean, that's kind of just been reinforced over and over again here. And even, and it's like a step ahead. It's not just sharing in general. It's almost like you have these gifts to give, and people weren't quite really aware of it. So as you have kind of opened up, as you have kind of expressed where you want to be and why you want to be there, and looking for that support and looking for the people that are going to be around you, it's almost like you are giving to them as well, almost like a little bit of an inspiration, especially as you kind of come out of a more grayer, darker energy into something lighter, and getting a grasp over your life and your path again. It's made other people kind of think about where they're at and where they want to go, especially the way that you are kind of communicating about this and how open you are and how honest you are about it. So it's been the gift of inspiration to the people that you have involved in your life here. So that's, it's a, like with many other things, there's so many layers to a life and to a path and the people that we choose to be around us in our lives. And okay, perfect. Yeah, and it looks like it was not only about you giving to them, but also you having the ability to be open and receptive to what they were actually saying, and considering that and taking that in. And we kind of touched on that earlier too, in terms of those people that are around you and listening to their advice and having a really good instinct about that. But, not only were you saying, hey, I want to know what you have to say, but you were sincere about it and you really took it into consideration. You really thought about it and you processed it and combined those and integrated that with your own thoughts and feelings in the way that you wanted to move forward. So, again, this whole section with the communication and the third eye is really kind of tying in together. And the other card we have here is the no thingness card. And at first glance, it's all black. There's nothing to it. And, a lot of people would take that as, it's not a very positive card. But in reality, that just means that this card is really speaking to the idea that there the future is full of possibilities, that you could do anything you want at this point in time. So as this is kind of opened up for you, as this communication's opened up for you, as you've kind of released these things, it really has opened up, a lot of different possibilities for you in terms of where you go there, which is a great thing because, you're really kind of coming into your own on the stability front and feeling good about just life in general. You're emotionally stable. You know what you need to do. Your intuition is working, is firing on all cylinders in terms of at least the people that you're supposed to be around. So I think this whole energy is really going from the place of working out of some issues or kind of a funky place and really moving in a positive direction as we kind of work up the line here. Let's see. Yeah, so when people are looking at you in the way they're seeing this, they do see this kind of dilemma that you're in. But and I know this isn't necessarily the traditional uh, um, definition of the card of this Five of Cups card, but intuitively, when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing people look at you and look at, hey, you're kind of been down and out, and even though you are down and out and you're trying to think this stuff through, you are still moving towards releasing what you need to release here and getting rid of all that garbage and that junk and trying to figure it out. And yeah, maybe it's not as fast as you would like it to be, but you got a lot of things happening on the inside here, and the stuff that you are wanting to maintain, you're maintaining. Everything else, you're just pouring right down the hole there because it no longer serves you. And that's what we have to do. We have to release those things when they no longer serve us and move forward. So let's. Huh, I swear I'm shuffling these things. That's two cards that popped up. So, and once again, it's funny how these things are all tying together for me. As we are releasing, once again, you are also very open to receiving. So you're pouring out your cups here of all the stuff that is not serving you, while at the same time you're filling them back up with the things that you do need to move on to your next phase of your life, of your growth, of your journey here. And you're being very open, you're being very honest, and that's the quickest way to move forward, is just really being honest with yourself and being open to taking in that stuff. And to kind of cap this off, this goes a little bit further than just the people you are around, although this does tie into the moon card back over here. Is we have the guidance card, and the guidance card is really what we have here is this woman here working on whatever it is she's working on, building her skills, whatever it is, but it's working. She's actively working on something, and there's divine guidance that is helping her through that, is helping moving her from a darker place to a lighter place. And so your intuition is spot on. With the people you need to surround yourself with, you are moving in a very positive direction. You're releasing what you need to release, and while at the same time filling those cups back up. But this is all very much a kind of a guided deal. Your spirit guides, angels, whatever that, whoever is on the other side watching out for you right now, is really helping you focus and keep you on the path that you're on, because it's a beautiful path. It's yeah, there's some hiccups here and there, but it seems like you really have a great grasp of how to deal with this in a very healthy manner. And on top of that, like I said, this is also an inspiration on how other people are looking at you as well, and you're passing that on in the form of a gift, and you don't even know it. These people are looking at you and inspired, and now they're taking a look at themselves. So you, in fact, are a healer in this situation as well, because you are helping them make changes in their own lives and analyze what they have going on, and provide an example of what it looks like to do this in a healthy kind of manner, as opposed to just having breakdowns and being emotionally way out of control and just letting this thing crush you. And again, you had the suppression card back here somewhere, so the potential to crush you was absolutely there, but you handled this like a boss. You took control, and you are moving to a great place. Okay, so that is what I have for this reading. Thank you once again. If this video resonated with you, please like the video. We really appreciate that. It helps me know what messages have landed. And then, as always, if you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe. We'd love to have you. It helps us out quite a bit. It's a win-win. So thank you in advance for that. And that's it. That's what I got for this reading. So thank you once again for watching, and we will see you next time.